The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Niners coming up next.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level.
Is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Lance, a give now to Sherman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Lance now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Hurd. And they'll get this down to the 10.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the foot. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Sanders. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Back to throw. Wallace. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From midfield, here's Lance. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lance. Gets this one to use check. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, wherever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Lance looks to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off-play action, Wallace. And he whips that one incomplete there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and 6. Looking to throw. Wallace got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now a carry for Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. Back to throw. Wallace to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Sanders. And I think they stopped him again. They did. Hit the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Sanders again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco's offense returns to the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Sermon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Niners on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, Sermon. Oh, able to avoid him. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Lance now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Milton Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
On second down, it's Sermon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried on his regular season success into the playoffs.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's Sermon. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have moved out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 1st down, Wallace. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And bulldozing his way through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, Wallace. This ball complete to Rager. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, so far, literally no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Lance. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the second of our triple header here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they eliminate the Minnesota Vikings. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
Another run with Sanders. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Wallace. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide over into contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lance, a give now to Sermon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lance going to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Wallace. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. Room here to run. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Sermon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Wallace. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
To throw on 2nd down. Wallace. It's caught. Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run. It's Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Another run here with Sanders. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll go down at the 28.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The tackle that time by James Lynch. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Bullard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to...
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before it's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because That big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. But they run once more with Sermon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Shotgun now for Lance. But able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They run. Here's Sermon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd down at 5. Again, it's Sermon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll run with Sermon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again with Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Wallace. Open right side, complete to Rager. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Lance. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Hurd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Lance looking to throw it. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wallace. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Sermon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
You ain't gonna burn me.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.